Welcome to Heartspeak Podcast, episode 149, The Courage of the Lion. Well, hello there, wherever you are in the world, you are welcome. Thank you for letting me be part of your lives. And I hope you enjoyed our jaunt around the galaxy last time. I hope it opened up your mind and your heart, the possibilities that you've come from many different places. And as promised, we're going to do a meditation at the end of this podcast to go traveling around and meeting our star family. But first, let's look at this new moon in Leo. Leo moon, Leo sun, courage, because the lion rules the heart, and the word courage means cœur, comes from the French word heart. So the courage of the heart is how we live from our heart. And the heart is ruled by Leo. So this particular new moon on the 8th of August is opening us all up, whether we have Leo energy in our charts or not, to our own heartfelt courage. And what I love about Leo is its courage, its excitement, its love of humor, its creativity, and its willingness to step out, be the leader, stand in the spotlight. Okay, some of you don't like that, but be in the spotlight. And this is a time for maybe all of us to step out. It doesn't have to be a huge spotlight. It can just be the leader of our own lives, be the leader of our family, to be seen, to be heard at this time, because this is what is needed. We need all of us to not think that someone else is going to do it. Because this is a time where there's a lot of change going on. It's going to be magnified by the fact that Uranus, which is in Taurus, is squaring this new moon. Uranus is about revolution, rebellion, unexpected happenings. And we're certainly seeing plenty of those anyway already on this planet. The floods, the fires, the volcanoes. Things are happening, things are changing. And they're happening through the earth. Taurus, Uranus in Taurus. We're seeing the earth change. We're seeing her transition into her new awareness. And we want to be part of that. But around this time, we may see unexpected happenings. We may see rebellions, revolutions taking place, as the Leo energy is challenged. Now, what do I mean by that? I love seeing someone step up in their power. I love seeing people who are willing to take the lead. But there's this other side of it, which is called hubris, my favorite new word. My new word of hubris means arrogance and ignorance. And at this moment, I don't think I'm alone when I'm saying there are a lot of arrogant and ignorant leaders out there in the world. They're thinking that they are beyond the laws, that they can't be questioned, they can't be stopped. It is an arrogance. And it is probably the reason why there was a fall of the Roman Empire. The same leaders, the same type of leader who feels they're untouchable. They can use money, they can use power. But there's always a way in which, when you get out of touch with what's going on with the community, with the people, this is our downfall. And this is being assisted, if I may say, by Pluto in Capricorn, my favorite Pluto, goddess of the underworld, going through Capricorn, structures, institutions, saying, let's see if this structure or institution can survive the transformation. And as you might notice, she's been going through every single institution, whether this is the financial markets or whether it's the teachers, the lawyers, the doctors, the scientists, the politicians. She's hitting them all. And I don't know about you, but after these last 2 years, I'm less impressed by a whole lot of people than I would have been before. And this is good, because it's also showing us that rather than looking outside of us for leaders, we're looking inside. We're all willing to be accountable. We're all willing to follow our hearts. And I think this rebellion is going to continue. I think that more and more people are stepping up, maybe in their own little private rebellion, little private revolution. But it happened after every single fall of energy, fall of an empire. And I'm reminded of the early 90s after communism fell, and a lot of the different leaders who thought that they couldn't be touched were brought down to size, because in the end of the day, they're just another human. And we need to respect and honor each other as that. We're round there again. Saturn is coming round again. That same time after the fall of the Berlin Wall in the 1989, we're seeing this revolutionary energy coming out. People standing up, not to be new leaders, but as a community who say, are you taking us into a place that will be worthy of the next 7 generations? And so expect the unexpected, I think, in August. I think we have a lot going on in August. I think we have a lot going on in September, because we have so many of the planets that are retrograde. And when we have a retrograde planet, it's like, as my husband always says, a van or a truck beeping back on you, rolling back on you, reversing over you, because it's saying, no, 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 you need to go deeper. No, 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 we need to go deeper. And I've noticed that as Jupiter has been retrograde over my own Jupiter, it's saying, go deeper, go deeper, go deeper. Is that happening to you? You probably were thinking, oh, I can just go along on this road. Oh, no, I'm being taken deeper into my emotions. Oh, I'm being taken deeper into my truth. Oh, I'm being taken deeper into a need for transformation. Yes, understand that? Because this is a time not to be complacent. This is a time not to say, I've been there, done that, and I can move on. This is a time to say, take me as deeply into who I am, my essential nature, so I can now fully come forward in the courage of the lion. Okay? So I hope that this isn't going to be something that is unexpected to you, but the courage to go deep, the courage to go deep. At the same time, we have the north and south nodes of the moon, both in, well, the south node is in Sagittarius, the north node is in Gemini. Gemini, information, Sagittarius, truth. Truth and information are huge issues at this time. Information without going deep is nothing. But truth that is told, I cannot actually tell you why I believe this truth, just believe it, is also not adequate. They need to work together. Truths come out of a depth of information. Information on its own is worthless. So this is happening last year and to the end of this year. Now, also just to complete this little package, we also have Pluto is now retrograde in Capricorn, but next year, 2022, it is going to be hitting where Pluto was at the time of the birth of the United States of America. In other words, Pluto transformation is going to transform the United States and the Constitution and how the United States sees itself, hopefully into the eagle it needs to be, to bring it to a level of transformation, whatever you may believe that to be. But all I can say to you is be mindful of whatever went on at the birth of America all those years ago is being repeated. And the very reason why the United States decided to separate itself from Britain and other countries is happening again. So taxation without representation, not having free will, not having free speech, all of those things are occurring again to be transformed. So watch this space. Now, some of you might have heard that the 8th of the 8th is called the Lion's Gate. And this is actually something that comes out of Egypt and was related to Sirius, the star system Sirius that we learned about last time, and Orion. in truth, it isn't necessarily only on the 8th of the 8th. The reason that we've decided that it's going to be on the 8th of the 8th because the 8 looks like an infinity sign. So it looks as if we're moving into infinite wisdom, infinite abundance on this time. It's a gateway into infinity, which I love. But actually, if we're going to be right about it, practical and theoretical about it, it's actually when Sirius arises above the horizon before the sun. And for Egypt, it was the time that when they saw Sirius rise up above the horizon, then this was the time when the floods would start and the harvesting would start, or the abundance would start, because until then it was very dry. And so this is why we also have in the Celtic tradition, Lammas is a time of harvest, a time of abundance. And I think we can all say that if we live in the Northern Hemisphere, this is happening. This is a time for us all in this moment. But if we want to take it to that next level, we can look at it as a time of connecting to our infinity, connecting to our strength, balancing, once again, balancing strength and courage with, if I may say, humility, but not humbleness, the ability to be able to walk clearly without the arrogance, but with an inner strength that comes from our core. So before I go to the meditation, let's just return to the story of Star Wars. And as I was describing, the Greys, who came from different parts of the galaxy, gave up their emotionality, their individuality for prizes, money, financial prizes, or intellectual prizes. You can become more intelligent, you can become richer. Things that are happening at this moment. Take the money. I'll connect you to something that will make you more intelligent. And they became the Stormtroopers of Star Wars. You remember them? They're all in white. They're all doing the same thing. They don't have their individuality. They lost their free will. And then we had the rebellion. We had the Rebellion Alliance, or those who had not been programmed. And the Rebel Alliance were those who were stepping up because they had still got their own inner beliefs. They'd got their own heart energy. They still followed their intuition. But they were also connected to, we might say, a greater good, a greater whole. They wanted the best for their communities. They didn't want to see planets destroyed, stars destroyed. I think many of us are in that space. It's not necessarily a place of just peacefulness. It's a place of balance, a place of, this is not the direction we want to go in. War can never be the direction we go in. We've seen that so long, both on our planet and in our history. This has to stop. And then we see the Jedi. And who are the Jedi? And the Jedi, the word Jed is actually an Egyptian word for what we call Kundalini energy, that beautiful energy that runs up and down our spine. That's your Jed. And your Jed comes together when the Ida and the Pingali, these are more archaic names, but together they create the Shushna, which is this 3-stranded wand that I talk about in the Heart of the Great Mother. So our ability to find balance, to be strong, is to both breathe in, breathe out, and find the balance between the two. Why am I saying that? I want the strength and the courage, but without the aggression. So it's like, can I be strong? Can I be like a master samurai and have that strength without the need to exact my own personal ego needs? This is the difference. Can I do this without attachment to the result? It's a very fine balance there. So the Jedi, and you saw that with Luke Skywalker training, was how could he use this power? How could he raise this Jed? How could he raise this energy without getting lost in his own little ego? How could he be strong? And that's the Jedi in all of us. It isn't about losing our strength. It's doing it from a place of inner power. And I know that is capable and there in us all. And we call that word wisdom. And in times gone by, there have been these beings, these people, these light beings who have walked these earths, and they're called serpents of wisdom. And they were called that because they had defined and refined and mastered this energy I'm talking about, this Jed. They had wisdom and they had strength. And when we have that, which is our birthright, there's no stopping us. Because with this, there is no need to prove yourself. You just are strong. Have you felt that power? Do you know that inside you? It's when you have taken ownership of all that you are. And there's no surprises. It's as if I'm ready. I'm here. And then our words, as you may notice, become true. We use our hands, as many different traditions did, and our words to change the world around us. It's our wand. So, my friends, are you ready to go on a journey with me? I decided that, no, we're not going to become Jedi Masters just yet. But we are going to use that dragon energy I talked about last time. That dragon energy that all of us possess. I've talked about a serpent energy as Kundalini. But in the beginning, it is a dragon energy. So the dragon becomes a serpent. And I believe that many of us found ourselves in small bodies, bodies that didn't feel very dragon-like. And we've had to adapt to being in these bodies. But now it's time for us to fly. I remember a meditation I did many years ago when I realized two things. One is that there had been a time when my dragon wings had been clipped. I was forced to be on the earth. And another time where I saw myself rising up out of the earth. But then I was shot down because those that saw me did not realize that I wasn't there to give any harm. Now, do I believe that I also have a dragon fire? Absolutely. I just don't want to leave you with only 2%. I also know that that dragon fire has been expressed when I got hurt. I've learned to curb it in this life. Maybe you have a dragon fire. You have wings. Shall we find out? So if you're ready for the meditation, please, if it is possible in your inner space when you can meditate, please to close your eyes. Please take a short breath in, a long out breath. Please settle yourself in your body. Now take your awareness first of all to your heart, the courage of your heart. Feel this courage as if it's like a beautiful sun that is rising out of your heart. And now move down to your feet. Imagine that there are magnets on the soles of your feet and there's a larger magnet in Mother Earth. She is pulling you into the ground, into the earth, into her. And you develop roots into Mother Earth. They're going in all directions. And you allow her soil to surround your roots, supporting, not suffocating. You go to the end of one of the longest roots, which is the root chakra. And flowing through that root chakra is golden energy, the golden energy known as dragon energy, serpent energy. This is the energy that vitalizes your inner dragon. It may have been asleep, it may have been lost to you, or you may have known it but not known how to control it. You may have been scared of this power. But today, I want you to slowly let this energy rise up, gently filling your roots, filling your legs, vitalizing every cell of your body. Opening up the body as this energy flows up. It's a regenerative energy. Every aspect of your being, your DNA is awakening. And you can feel your body expanding, perhaps, with the expansion of being this dragon energy. Maybe like me, you're finding your wings. Not all dragons have wings, but maybe you do. Maybe you're feeling the fire rise up, heating up your heart, coming out in a huge roar. And your heart is filled with courage and love. And you don't feel scared of this energy. You feel free. So in your own time, allow yourself to imagine that you can rise up, that I am giving you wings. And that your dragon is rising up and rising up. Feel the freedom in your body. Maybe you see a color to your dragon, a name to your dragon. And because this lion's gate is there, you may find yourself passing through gateways, knowing, as I've done, there's always a way home again. We've still got you rooted a little bit to the energy of this place. But enjoy the flight. Some of you may be just taking yourself around the earth, around where you live. Some of you may have taken yourself through the gateway that is the sun, our star, out into the galaxy. You find the ease that comes from traveling, almost like there's no effort needed. And you see the mass of stars, billions of stars in our galaxy. And I suggest you stay in the galaxy for now. Don't go any further. But as the dragon, we're going to go to various places. We're going to go to one specific star system, constellation that resonates with you, as described last time. For some of you, it will be diving down as the dragon to meet the elves, the people from Sirius amongst the trees, those beings that work with light. For others, it might be flying down to the oceans, going into underground, under the ocean spaceship, habitations. For others of you, it may be to go into the deep caves of the dwarves, the crystal caves. And then I'll allow any of you who wish to go somewhere else. Please now, allow your dragon to take you to meet your own star family, the ones that are resonating with you at this time. Let your intuition guide you. Look around. Where do you find yourself? What do you feel? What do you feel on the body of your dragon? And there are beings that are coming to meet you, to greet you. What do they look like? And they welcome you. They're so pleased to see you. And just for a moment, go with them. Let them show you the gifts of the place where they live. Their technology, their wisdom. Now you don't have to be the dragon, you can convert into their form if you wish. And knowing that you can return any time to meet them, to meet other groups. Let them give you a farewell gift so you will remember them. Receive the gift now. Now it's time to change into your dragon. If you wish, you can travel on the back of your dragon, staying in the form that you found. I ask you to enter into the air, the space above, and travel through that. Travel back, whether through the sun or just back through the land where you've been, sun being the lion's gate. Travel back to the place where you are, carrying the knowledge, the wisdom that you received, and the gift. And you don't have to squeeze yourself back into a small form anymore. Let your dragon know that at any moment you can allow this energy to be part of your life, that you will never deny its presence in your life again. And you will learn all the beauty that is your inner dragon. Now feeling your feet on the ground again. You can lift your feet a little bit, loosening the roots, your own time. To take a few deeper breaths so that you bring your full awareness back to the room where you are. And when you're ready to open your eyes. Welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful trip. Know that there are many places to visit. And knowing how to trust that inner energy, that inner serpent, that inner dragon, that Jed energy, that when we walk with courage, wisdom, and love, we will do no harm and will be the leaders we choose to be now at this special time. Until next week, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the HeartSpeak podcast with Dr. Christine Page. Please check out all HeartSpeak episodes in the podcast archive section on www.christinepage.com. HeartSpeak is also available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, and now playing on iHeart Radio. You can also watch the archive podcasts on YouTube. Connect with Christine on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook, including her newest Facebook group, The Great Mother Calling. Do share with family, friends, colleagues. Join us next time for another edition of HeartSpeak.